evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here tonight as we celebrate the incredible accomplishments of our Husky student athletes. And tonight we want to recognize the dedication, perseverance, and passion each and every one of you have shown this season. Before we get started, I'd like to just respectfully acknowledge that we are on Treaty 8 territory, the ancestral and traditional lands of Cree, Dene, and the unceded territory of the Métis people. We are grateful for the traditional knowledge keepers and elders who are still with us today and those who have gone before us. So, welcome. It's that time of year again. We're at the end of the year. With my team, we talk about all the time, we talk about the fall semester and trying to stay on top of things because when you snap your fingers, it's going to be Christmas. And I don't know about all of you, but this year more than ever felt like a blur and went by extremely quick. And here we are tonight. But it was a very successful season by many teams and individual athletes in here. And we're looking forward to celebrating that tonight. Couple housekeeping things. First off, if any event of emergency, we have our fire emergency exits out that way. Washrooms are just out and to the left if anybody needs as well. And just for any of those housekeeping sort of reminders. One of the biggest parts about obviously Huskies athletics and how we're able to do things is definitely with our sponsors. And just want to here tonight acknowledge our team sponsors. From women's soccer, Gold Mechanical, men's soccer, Diversified Transportation, esports, SMG Builders by Sultan, women's volleyball, the Shard, Métis, Dene Group, men's volleyball, Clack, women's basketball, Matt Page, IG Wealth Management, and men's basketball, No Star Ford. We'd also like to acknowledge our community and building sponsors, our relationship with the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation, the Huskies Booster Club, our fieldhouse sponsor, Canadian Natural, and of course our building sponsor, Suncor and Syncrude for their support. We also would like to acknowledge our home game sponsors, Papa John's, The Alley, Mr. Liquor, Save On Foods, Culligan Water, and our official video supplier, Neville Productions. And obviously to our host tonight, Rivers Casino, thank you very much for having us here tonight. This has been a record-breaking year for our Huskies athletics. For the first time in our history, we've had 4 CCAA All-Canadians in a single academic year. Harleen Singh from women's soccer. Jacob Marshall, men's soccer. Atu Silva, men's volleyball. And Keenan Miller from men's basketball. And it's always something to look at the history of Huskies athletics and where individuals and teams kind of, leave their mark. And it's no further than just go take a look at the wall. If you look at the wall and when Huskies athletics started, you see, one person go up every couple of years or one every 3 years. And lately we've been putting up 1, 2, and this year 3, 4 people are going up. It's a testament, one, to the student athletes that have come here and put in the hard work, and to the coaches and our athletic staff for having us there. So congratulations to everybody. This year we also brought home 3 ACAC medals, silver in men's soccer, silver in men's basketball, and bronze in women's soccer. And once again, our men's basketball team making the national tournament, representing our college on the national stage for the second year. men's volleyball. Bronze medal. Well done. Tonight we want to also celebrate some individual accomplishments. Atu Silva has a new ACAC all-time record in blocks. Omichi Williams is now the leading scorer in Keyano men's basketball history. And Carleen Kaminsky took over as the all-time leader in kills, points scored, in women's volleyball history. On the coaching forefront, obviously all of this couldn't happen without our coaches, so thank you to all the coaches for everything they've done. Congratulations to Neil Slobloom, who was named ACAC Coach of the Year for outstanding leadership in men's soccer. And last but not least, we've also succeeded and excelled in the classroom. This year we had 24 ACAC all-conference selections and 16 CCAA National Scholar Award recipients. So thank you everyone for a great year, and as we keep going on throughout the night, the coaches will also be able to highlight each individual performances as well. At this time, I'd love to call up one of our biggest supporters and a familiar face of our program for a little bit of a welcome, and we'll get into our first awards. Please give a warm welcome for Dr. Sandra Ifu, our president.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. This is one of my favorite events of the year. Being able to be here with you and just celebrate all of your accomplishments, it's a true honor. I do want to take a few minutes to just recognize all of the hard work and dedication by each and every one of you, the student athletes. I always look at the kids in the community, and it's amazing how much they look up to each and every one of you. A few weekends ago, I was at a community event, and I struck up a conversation with a young man, probably 12 years old, and he started educating me about the men's volleyball team. He had a lot to say. Now, what was impressive is that he knew all the names, he knew all of your games, when you played, who blocks, who sets. I don't know a lot about volleyball, but I got to find out a lot that evening. All that to say, everything that you do matters. You have kids looking up to all of you. You volunteer in the community, you participate, and I do hope that you continue to do that. And so tonight we're here to celebrate each and every one of you. And on behalf of Keyano and this community, I do want to say thank you, because I know it's not easy being an athlete, staying on top of your classes, showing up, volunteering. It's a lot of commitment. So on behalf of all of us, I do want to acknowledge everything that you do and say thank you. And to our supporters, family members, all of you that have shown up here tonight to celebrate these amazing athletes, thank you. Because without your support, they wouldn't be here today doing what they love. Enjoy the evening, and looking forward to amazing successes next year. I'm very competitive, so we need some awards next year. Yes? All right. Thank you. All right, so next I'm going to speak to the Huskies Athletics President's Award. The Huskies Athletics President's Award annually honors top male and female student athletes. These individuals exemplify the highest standards of excellence and are recognized for their outstanding performances in their respective sports and through their academic achievements. Recipients of the President's Award embody the true spirit of a student athlete. They're committed, they're disciplined, and they're driven to succeed. Please join me in honoring Nicole Govin and Ben Simmons as these year's recipients.
Ben Simmons could not be here with us tonight, so I'll respectfully accept the award on his behalf. Thank you very much, Dr. Sandra Ifu. We really appreciate all the kind words. Next up, the reason we're all here tonight, we want to honor our student athletes. We want to honor the top academic achievement from each team. So, I will call out from each team, and please come up and accept your award from Niels, and we'll do a photo op on the stage here once you receive your awards. From esports, Alan Kao. Women's basketball, Danica Cadeau. Men's basketball, Ben Simmons. Women's soccer, we have a tie. Rofida Khalil and Nicole Govin. Men's soccer, Aaron Ernst. Women's volleyball, Carlene Kaminsky. Men's volleyball, Gage Weinrow. That's it.
Just close together, please.
At this time, I'd like to call upon men's volleyball coach Keegan Kerr to present the Community Service Award.
Yeah, so first off, I want to thank all the athletes this year. We've continued to do a lot of great work in the community, so we couldn't do that without you guys. So thank you so much, and I know we're going to support some rural communities here pretty soon. Some of you guys are going out, and girls are going out, so thank you in advance for that, and I look to continue, obviously, supporting the community next year as well. Your Community Service Award for the most hours this year goes to Tim Ebbs.
Thank you very much, Keegan and Tim. Next up, we are going to, obviously everybody knows, you can't do game day without minor officials, or any of the support that goes on with that. So we want to recognize our minor officials for the year. At this time also I'd like to thank Heather Rumble for doing such a great job and stepping in this year and running the table and doing all the things that were game day oriented to help us get through. So thank you very much, Heather, for that, and we appreciate it. For our minor officials of the year, we'd like to call up Natalie Oriana, Isla Toller, Jacob Marshall, Cynthia Young, and Jerome Isla. At this time, I'd like to call upon our Athletic Director, Jonathan Lambert, to help with a special presentation. So one thing I think that goes hand in hand for the history, like we talked about earlier with Huskies Athletics, is Curtis J. Phillips. Curtis has been a staple in the community and with Huskies Athletics for a many amount of years. I think this year was Curtis's 40th season as a part of the Keyano Huskies. Since the inception of Keyano College Huskies Athletics and their admission into the ACAC and the CCAA, Curtis C.J. Phillips has been a cornerstone of our athletics program. A native of Winnipeg, Manitoba, CJ began calling games for the Huskies in 1982 and has since played a vital role in shaping our game day experience through various capacities. Known for his coining memorable catchphrases such as Bang-O and Downtown Freddie Brown, CJ Phillips has left an incredible mark on Huskies broadcast experience. His voice is echoed through the media booth at the Syncrude Sport and Wellness Center, has reached audiences worldwide through live streaming. With a deep passion for the game and a dynamic, eclectic style, CJ has played a pivotal role in elevating of both the Huskies and the ACAC Conference on every single call. Equally unmatched is CJ's dedication to the growth and development of sports in the rural municipality of Wood Buffalo. A driving force behind the establishments such as the Challenge Cup and its schools, and tireless advocate for expanding sporting opportunities for individuals of all ages. CJ has made a profound and lasting impact on our community, and his unwavering passion for all sports has shaped the region's landscape, leaving a legacy that extends far behind the broadcast booth. CJ has been incredible since my time here, and he's done so much for the community. I enjoy hearing all the stories about back in Manitoba, the Peace Garden Camp, and connections that we have through both being from Manitoba. His passion has been unmatched, and this plaque will be now cemented in our media booth wall forever. So I ask you to give CJ the proper ovation that he deserves for all the tireless and endless work and support he's put in for Huskies Athletic and the community of Fort McMurray.
I'm very honored. When it comes to awards, it's not the awards that are important. You'll learn in later life. It's not the championships that are important. Championships and awards are only for a moment of time. It's a very small moment. When you get older, when you get together with your friends, and by the way, I love the blonde hair. I had hair like that once too. It looks very, very nice. It'll be the moments you remember going for your championships, the moments you had fun with your teammates. Because tonight when you watch the videos, the main laughter will be when you're out there celebrating a win or just kicking the volleyball or doing a jump shot or getting a spike. The biggest moments will be when you're holding your friends' hands, enjoying yourself. That's the biggest moments. In academia, we have the president here. In academia, if you get a 40%, your parents will probably say, why am I sending you to college? If you get a 50%, that's terrible. But in sports, if you get a 40%, or say 50% shooting in basketball, you're a superstar. So in sports, you're going to fail more than you ever will in academia, and that's the joy of sports, succeeding in what you're doing in the sports. I'll be real quick. My father was a leader in the world of sports, so from a very young age, I was involved around pro athletes, etc. my whole life. And I got to play at a high level of the four main sports: basketball, volleyball, soccer, and track. So that's why I really enjoy watching you Keyano Huskies athletes. And when I came to Fort McMurray, he told me, treat the athletes here like they were the NBA players, the top volleyball players in the world, pro soccer. And even though I had the opportunity, and I still do work for the NBA, when I sit down and I'm calling a call for Beachy Williams or a goal for the Swedish Express, I treat you like you're the champions, you're the pros. And sports is not ending, it continues. The worst thing in sports is when you hear that final whistle and you're going to be leaving, not seeing your teammates again. That's just the beginning of life now for you. You can go on, become a coach, a mentor, a first aid person, an announcer, anything else. So this is just the beginning of your life right now, is what you'll be doing in sports. And I'll still be around Keyano Huskies athletics. When I started with the athletics, it was as a volunteer. I did the in-house announcing with one mic, the other mic for television broadcasting, the music with this hand, the scoreboard with this hand, and then writing the game reports. And now because I'm old, they just have me doing one set of announcing. But once again, enjoy the evening. You're young, have fun, but you've had excellent coaches and mentors, and it's now up to you for that next generation. A lot of these kids you'll be coaching or being involved with have the energy and education to achieve something in life, and somebody has to have that key to open that door, and you are the people that have that key. Congratulations.
Thank you, CJ. We look forward to seeing you around the Syncrude Sport and Wellness Center many more times. We know this is not it. At this point, we're going to switch to our team awards, and we will start first with men's futsal and Coach Neil Slotman.
All right, for the first time, not 5 times me in one night, so it's a nice change. Futsal, a little bit different than the last few seasons. Obviously, we won it twice in a row, but the growth of the program is really what we're always going for. It's not about futsal, although we play it. It's always about one soccer season to the next soccer season with futsal in between. Of course, we try to win it. But the biggest goal that we have is always being better the following soccer season. And with that in mind, we definitely challenge the team. I challenge some of these guys to do some things in a more unorthodox way for the sport of futsal, but for hopefully a better transition into our soccer season. We'll get to the soccer season later on, but we're obviously always hunting to do well there. So we need to have every little bit of advantage that we can get to get closer and closer every single year. And futsal is a massive part of that. For me, the biggest part is, and this is pretty cool, and we'll get into some of the awards as well, but our futsal season actually allowed me, or forced me in many ways, to change my recruiting process. So where I thought we were in the fall, and this is a positive way, so I'm not replacing a whole team, I actually had to change some of the things that I was looking for, because some of the guys are starting to develop in a way that we're starting to fill some of the holes that we saw for our outdoor season. So not a championship or a medal this year, but I would say probably way more valuable than the previous 2 futsal seasons combined, even though we won those. So great season overall, guys. All right. So getting into the awards, we'll start with the Rookie of the Year. So extreme growth could probably be the best way to sum this gentleman up. Both on and off the field, a very slow start, not a very slow start, that's probably not fair. But not a fast start to his Keyano college career, but then took off. And he is probably the key person that allowed me to do some different recruiting in a very positive way, where I was worried about our depth, but now I'm far from worried. So our Rookie of the Year for futsal is Riley Pete. All right, next up is the Pride in the Pack Award. So this award could honestly go out to a lot of the guys in our team. We have a great team. I don't really call it a team, I call it a family. It's probably an overused word, but I think our team really does resemble that in every way, shape, or form. There's one guy, though, that's really starting to step up. He's been here for a couple of years now and is really starting to understand what it takes to be successful, not just in the sport, but in all the different assets that you guys work on every single day. With that, he will also be the new captain of the team moving forward. So our Pride in the Pack Award winner is Dylan Stewart. All right, the last one, I know Mickey's here tonight, which is perfectly fine. But one of our most skilled players, very smart, very imposing, mainly because he doesn't smile a whole lot and he's quite scary. But absolutely probably the most technical player in our league, our top scorer as well. So our most valuable player for futsal is Nikita Kudrin.
Next up, women's soccer, coached by Luis. Give me rise. Did I say soccer? Oh man, futsal, I apologize.
All right. I guess that says it all. Okay. All right. So it's really honored to be here tonight. So celebrate this incredible team and the journey that we have been during those 3 months. I would like to take the opportunity, John, and our amazing rec team. So staff, Karen, JJ, Carlos, Kevin, AD's not here, all the assistant coaches team, Chris as well. Thanks for helping out. All right. So the season has been filled with high and challenge. It wasn't the final result that we wanted, but through it all, we grew as a team. So that's the most important outcome for me, and I feel like looking forward, that's what we want to accomplish. And so we had moments that we dominated, where teamwork, skill shined, and also had moments where we had to dig deep, show resilience, learn from our setbacks, and no matter the situation, you never back down, and that's what makes this team so special. So beyond the results, what stands out to me the most, the way this group came together, and then our last game. So not just as teammates, but as a family. Like Neil said, the last game showed that you guys, we saw flowing, futsal game flowing, so it was really great to see it. Was amazed to witness that, and I guess just the odds were not on our side that evening, so you guys deserve to win. So I just want to say how incredibly proud I am of each one of you. Like I said after the game, thank you for your effort, your determination, making this such a memorable journey. Each one of you have contributed in your way to this team's success, and I have no doubt that there are even bigger things ahead. All right, so the awards now. So this starting with Rookie of the Year. So this player, dedication, hard work made her one of our top players. Due to some injuries, she had to fill out some big shoes during the games and championships. Your lightness and joy are contagious, and they make everyone around you better. So don't hesitate to show more that side of you yourself. I'm glad that you decided to come back next year, and I can't wait to see what you have to accomplish next. So it's great excitement. Your Women's Futsal Rookie of the Year. It's not Anka, but Nora Horsley. It's an inside joke. You guys can ask her why. So I'm pride in the pack. Like Neil said, I feel like I could give to many of you this some highlights. We got Sweden. I was with her music on the bus. Sylvia coming in from here to Lyminster to watch us and be part of the team. So I have chosen one player that's kind of, I feel like you guys trust her as the leader that she is, and her type of leadership, encouragement, respect, and believe in each other, what brings out the best of everyone. And she has been showing that through all the years that she has been here. So proud to recognize your pride in the pack, your captain, your 5th year athlete, and futsal women's all conference North 2nd team, Natalie Orlando. All right, and then there's your player of the year. So this player has incredible skill, resilience, unwavering commitment. So had truly set the bar this season. Despite being one of the shortest players on the field, she's still one of the most impactful and huge assets when it comes to making plays that matters. So she also got her first team all conference this year for futsal. And she has a tendency to speak her mind, especially with referees. Sometimes without thinking, we have to tell her to calm down, but we also crack a good laugh after the game. So it's that boldness and honesty that makes her so unique, and she's always keep us on our toes. So your 2025 Women's Futsal Player of the Year award is Marisa Master. Also first team all conference this year as well. Congratulations.
Marty!
All right, thank you.
Just want to say, Luis, thank you once again for jumping in and being a part of the Husky family and doing a great job coaching this year. We appreciate the time that you spent and put in outside of your job to help finish the season for us, so thank you very much. Next up, esports. Coach Myra Davis, please.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to start off by congratulating some of our teams and our players for our accomplishments this year. Obviously, we're a little different than the rest of you, not participating in the ACAC or CCAA. We're in our own little world, in our own little room. But I wanted to highlight some personal and team accomplishments. So first off, I wanted to congratulate our Super Smash Brothers player, Elle Redshaw, who currently is ranked 7th in the province of Alberta, and this is her first time being in the top 10. I also want to congratulate Jasmine Manenkill for her participation on Team Canada's Counter-Strike team at the IESF World Championship in Saudi Arabia earlier this year. Earlier this fall as well, we participated in the Canadian Nationals. Valorant achieved 2nd place, Call of Duty got top 4 as well. And last but not least, and very recent actually, Call of Duty last night just qualified for the NACE North American Championship, placing 6th going into the top 8 in Orlando later this month. Off to the individual awards now. I'm going to start with the Pride in the Pack rather than the Rookie of the Year. Many of you have probably met this individual. This individual made it in a mission to meet, greet, befriend, hang out with basically everyone at the school. He made it a mission to hang out with me whenever he could. He made it a mission to do karaoke with his team before every game. And you can see him looking a little embarrassed at the back of the room there. I'd like to welcome up Cameron Domingo for Pride of the Pack. I'm going to get to the next 2 in 1 actually here, just to make his life a little easier so he doesn't have to come up and down. Earlier this year, actually in the summer, our Call of Duty coach told me about this amazing kid who was supposed to carry our team coming into this year. This kid I had never heard of before. This kid that a few of our players hadn't even heard of before. Throughout this year, Mr. Austin Ma has done nothing but perform, show up academically, and put in extra work. Whenever I come in the mornings or lunchtime, I see him in the arena. Whenever I'm coming into games, he's there early, and he's putting in the hard work. So I'd like to congratulate our Rookie of the Year and MVP, Austin Ma.
Next up to present women's soccer, Jonathan Lambert.
Okay, women's soccer. First thing I'd like to acknowledge women's soccer team sponsor. That's Gold Mechanical. So thank you so much, Corey and Josie Coffey. Thanks for all of your support. Greatly appreciate it. Now, this might be the only time I ever in my career get to say some sort of speech as a coach. And I say coach lately. I had the absolute honor of coaching the women's futsal team for about a week or two. Thanks so much for putting up with me. But you'll notice in my speech tonight, I'm not using any last names, because one of my biggest challenges when I started was it took me forever to learn the girls' names. I don't know how long before I actually got Ayla's name correct, because it was Isla and it was a mess. So everything is going to be first names only, because I'm quite proud of myself that I can look at the entire table and say everybody's name, but don't test me. So, it's a true honor to stand before you tonight to recognize the incredible accomplishments of our women's soccer team this season. It has been a year of highs and lows, challenges and triumphs, but above all, it's been a year that showcased their heart, resilience, and determination of this remarkable group of student athletes. From the first whistle of the season, we knew it wouldn't be easy. Injuries, close matches, and unexpected hurdles tested the team time and time again, but through every setback, this team stayed focused, not only on the pitch, but in the classroom as well. And that commitment to excellence paid off. We're proud to celebrate our hard-earned ACAC bronze medal, knowing we were just one crossbar away from a spot in the finals. A little bit lower, Anka, a little bit lower. That semifinal game showed our grit, our fight, and our refusal to back down. And that's what Huskies pride is all about. Off the field, we saw incredible academic achievements. Two of our athletes, Nikki and Roe, earned perfect 4.0 GPAs in the fall semester, balancing intense training schedules with outstanding academic performance. That's no small feat, and we couldn't be prouder of you both. I also want to recognize and bid farewell to some of our graduating leaders, Harleen, Nato, and Chloe. Oh, Chloe. Each of you have left a lasting a lasting impact on this program and will be greatly missed as you move on to new adventures. On the athletic front, several of our players earned well-deserved recognition. Ayla and Marissa were named ACAC All-Conference Forwards, making an impact up top all season long. Harleen and Nato were recognized as All-Conference midfielders, controlling the heart of the game with poise and power. And on the back line, Anka stood strong and earned her place as an all-conference defender. We're incredibly proud to announce also, as you all know, Harleen received one of the highest honors in collegiate athletics, being named a CC All-Canadian. Harleen, your talent, leadership, and dedication has left a lasting impression on the program, and you have inspired your teammates to aspire to reach that level next season and beyond. Looking ahead, we know this isn't the end, just a journey for a new beginning for many. I'm proud to say that Ayla will be continuing her soccer journey at Nipissing University in Ontario. And Anka will be taking her talents to the Rock in Newfoundland at Memorial University. Our entire Huskies family will be cheering you on every step of the way. And the future of Huskies women's soccer is as bright as ever. Leaders such as Madison, Marissa, and Roe are ready to guide the team next season, while rookies Nora, Heidi, and Addison have shown in their first year with the program that they're ready to make their mark in the ACAC next season. I'm also extremely excited to welcome Coach Jason Moist as our new head coach. Jason brings a wealth of experience, a deep passion for player development, and a strong vision for success, both on and off the field. His leadership and commitment to teamwork and the ability to build a winning culture will be a tremendous asset as we continue to grow our program. Now, let's get to the awards. First up is Rookie of the Year. This student athlete, her impact as a first-year player was nothing short of impressive. And I don't know a lot about soccer, but I think it's her right foot is an absolute cannon. Nora, congratulations. Next up is Pride in the Pack. This student athlete truly embodies the spirit and dedication of what it means to be a Husky. It's never about her, it's always about the team. And that person is Nikki. And finally, Women's Soccer Player of the Year this year. Her exceptional performance, leadership, and consistency set the standard for excellence. She's going to be missed. Arlene. One last thing before I go, and this is to all of the head coaches, assistant coaches, team managers, all of the personnel on every team. I literally spent 2 weeks with the women's futsal team, and I was absolutely exhausted every day by the end of the day, just with one practice, and that was it. And then I went on the road with both teams one time, and my perception and now knowing what each and every one of you go through every day, every weekend, every season, I can't thank you all for everything that you do for Huskies Athletics. So thanks very much.
I don't know if it's a good time to let everybody know you only went to Lac La Biche for that trip, but we appreciate that. I mean, it was kind of funny watching and seeing John coach. I was walking the hallways and someone said,
Last time. All right, soccer season. First off, a massive thank you to our sponsor. Diversified, which you guys all get to hang out with every single road trip, is our team sponsor. We have a couple of drivers that are not here, but you guys all know them, that are there every single time, making sure obviously that everybody arrives there safely. But they're probably one of the most engaging sponsors as well, at least from my experience. That's nothing to say about the other sponsors that you guys all have, but I get messages, they check in, they actively, they're really engaged with everybody. And not just in our team and what we accomplish, but they also want to know about the players specifically, which is pretty cool, which shows that it's not just a money thing, it's not just checking a box, they truly care, which really goes to show what kind of community we have up here. So again, thank you Diversified for sponsoring us. Yes, please. Outside of that, I was joking with Jason a few minutes ago when I introduced him to my very dysfunctional family of assistant coaches. There you go. Case in point. She's always on point. A massive thank you to these guys. They're always hiding there, and I won't ask them to step up because they won't like it. But Tim, Chris, Ashley, they've been involved since I pretty much started here. At first with both teams, and they were nuts enough to do that with me. Now they're sticking around doing it with a single team, and whatever I need, they're there. So a massive thank you to the three of you, and hopefully you guys are crazy enough to stick around for another few years. All right, moving on to the season. Another fun, interesting one. A 9-1-2 regular season. Not top spot in the North, but second, which is not bad with a completely identical record to Nate. Making it all the way through to another final. Pretty special to playing two finals in back-to-back years. And I mean, both games could have gone either way. I do want to have it on the record. We actually scored a goal. We should have won. No one saw it. We have to move on because there's no VAR in ACAC. But, you know, they know as well. Even they own up to it. So, you know, we'll make sure that we make them pay for that next season. Outside of obviously the accomplishments of winning another banner, honestly a silver one, which obviously is not quite what we want, but it's pretty damn good. There's a lot of up and downs to our season. We had some crazy injuries that hopefully we will never ever see again, some real adversity, but I think that honestly also kind of made the season what it was and forced us to grow in different ways that I think going to really pay off, not just for those individuals, but also for us as a group as a whole. You know, I think our team's done an amazing job at kind of finding that little bit of good in whatever happens, which has been really great to see. Outside of the obvious things, we also had another 3 ACAC All-Conference players. So we had Hafid, who was finally not jinxed for once and finally got some credit. So he was in as one of the midfielders or the attackers. I can't remember what it was because we've changed it every year to try and get you in, but we finally got there this time around. Clayson got in. Somehow, with only playing 4.5 games, Clayson still gets in, which fair enough. You know, if you're as good and you've done what he's done, fair enough. And then finally, the guy that's been overlooked probably the most out of anybody in this room, and that's no offense to any of you guys, probably goes to show you what he all got this year. But obviously, our captain, Jacob Marshall, got another vote as well, and he was also a CCAL Canadian. So overall, probably a pretty successful season that I think most people would sign up for if they knew that ahead of time. We continue on. We have now 3 seasons in a row. We made it to the ACAC Conference Championship. 1 banner, 1 silver medal, a 4th place finish at Nationals, so we're only trending into the right direction from here on out. The group here, a lot of you guys have been here for quite some time. Some of you are moving on. A lot of you are coming back. Every year we have a big changeover, but the culture never changes. And we've been able to establish ourselves as one of the best programs, not just in Alberta, but in the country. And it makes my life as recruiting a lot easier. So thank you. There's people from all over Canada that know who we are. Every single time that I go somewhere, and this is not just soccer related, this is you guys all, as all sports here, when they see Keyano, they bring up something. I've been asked about volleyball, I've been asked about basketball, so it's not just our sport. I do get the privilege of traveling quite a bit because of how our recruiting is set up and some of the things that I get to do. And I'm telling you, in every province, people know what Keyano is, which is pretty wild when you're in Fort McMurray and you have 2,000 students. So that's props to all of you. So please give yourselves a hand for that one. All right, moving on to the awards. We'll start with the Rookie of the Year. It took a little bit of time for this guy to come out of his shell. Now that he's out of it, sometimes I wish he goes back into it. He definitely is a little difficult sometimes, but in a very good way. He's a little magician on the field, and little is probably the key. Now, that doesn't even give it away yet because our team's quite little, especially in the position where he plays in. But very quickly, after a few games, you start to figure it out. He makes some things happen on the field that really shouldn't happen. Still don't know how he does it, but he's quickly become one of the best players in our program. So obviously coming back for another year, he's excelling in the classroom. He's ahead of most of you, I think, because he's already 2 certificates in, and he's only been here for 1 year. So our Rookie of the Year is Michael Lungu. All right, give it up for Michael. Next one's Pride in the Pack. This one's a tough one. Pretty amazing person. So after an amazing off-season, which I knew by how he came into our preseason, a very good preseason where there were several coaches quite worried about him, and then quickly turn it around and a season ending. And obviously all of you guys know, Tano had a pretty brutal injury. And when that happens to someone, whether it's an ACL or a break, or whatever it is, when you know your season is done, you have a very easy ticket out of every responsibility that you could possibly have, right? Everybody understands it's difficult. You can quit, no one would judge you. You have a way out of everything. And literally since the minute that it happened, as soon as the drugs kind of wore off, because we had quite the conversation with him in the hospital, his mindset switched immediately. There was no like, my season is done, I feel bad about it. It was, when are we doing this? Can you convince Jeremy and John I could come on the road? Can I help with something else? As soon as he could start moving around, he was sitting in a wheelchair in the snow, in Shell Place, watching us train. And what it did, it kind of eliminated everybody else's excuse for any type of adversity. And by him simply just being there and being himself, it gave everybody an up every single time. right? There's people walking around the stadium that are asking my other half who works at Mac Island, who is the guy in a wheelchair at a soccer practice every night. It just goes to show you the commitment and the mindset that he has. And it really is something that is quite amazing to me when, you know, I'm sitting in a hospital in September here, watching them adjust his leg as a wet noodle, and now 6 months later, he's just finished his first full practice with us like nothing happened. So our Pride in the Pack player is Tano Turchik. Thank you. All right, last but not least, our most valuable player. I think this one's fairly obvious, but we'll go through the whole thing anyway. So this guy's been here for quite some time, not just 5 years, but past that as well due to the beautiful COVID scenario. Easily one of the top student athletes I've ever run into. And for those that don't know, I've been a student athlete for 4 years. I've been in coaching in this league for 10 years, so I've run into quite a few of you. And no offense to anybody here, but there's very few that do the things that Mr. Jacob Marshall does. He's always dependable, committed. He truly doesn't care what happens to him as long as everything else keeps running and keeps going the way it is. His last season, so the season prior to this one obviously, had massive difficulties with visas and other stuff. Never dropped, similar to Tano, same type of attitude. You know, there's a bigger picture that they can still play a role in, and he's the epitome of that. This year, finally, in his last year, finally gets the credit he deserves. And you could see it. It's kind of an extreme swing from almost not getting anything, people just saying, yeah, he's pretty good, to now unanimous voting, top player in our league, and a CCAA All-Canadian. And so I'm really happy, and I mean this, that we were able to go on a trip, we had some fun, got to travel across the country. He finally got some recognition at the last time that he could possibly receive it. I think it's a great crowning moment to an amazing career of Keyano Huskies. You'll get a jacket later on, but for now, you have to settle for the MVP spot. Jacob Marshall.
Should maybe get Jacob back up here and give him another award for actually living with the Tooth at one point. 4 years. 4 years, oh my. It's a lot of rice and beans. Next up, women's basketball, Dwayne Vigilance.
Hello, everybody. Women's basketball. What a group. What a group. Before I start, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Matt Pate at ING. I believe this is our 4th year with him. Ty, is that correct? I think. Thank you for all what you do. Knowing the girls personally, coming out to all our games. Matt's been truly fantastic for us over the last few years. I also like to thank a special guest today, Mr. Ed, our trainer. He's been fantastic all year. So we had a great year with this young team. I didn't know what to expect, but they surprised me with their play, their hard work, and their dedication this year. I'm truly proud of this group. You know, I believe there's 10 of them coming back next year. I think we'll be a team to be reckoned with in the next few years. Finishing with 14-6 and second in the North is pretty great for this group. So I'm very proud for you, and I hope you get to the gym tomorrow morning. All right, to the awards real quick. Rookie of the Year. This was a tough one for me. We have some great rookies on our team, but there's one that stood out. Very quiet, never recognize her, sits in the corner, but somehow annoys me every day. However, the joy that she brings when she walks into the gym, the smile that she comes in when she comes in my office, I'm really excited for this girl in the future that she has in our program. Al. Alexis Kemp.
See, look at that smile.
Pride in the Pack. Ooh, this was another tough one. But this individual keeps me round all year. With the snacks that she provides for me on every road trip and for the girls, it's truly incredible. I think she should have a cookbook one day. But this individual scored 60 points in 3 games in playoffs. An outstanding game in our second game, scored 24 points. We call her DC, but it's Danica Cadeau. Lastly, the MVP. The MVP of this year, and I won't go into a big story, because everyone knows how I feel about this individual, Maya Besic.
All right. Next up, men's basketball. What a year. First off, I'd like to thank, obviously, our sponsors at North Star Ford, who've been with us for 2 years now. We've established a great relationship with them and love and are thankful for their continued support. This year was full of ups and downs. I think, you know, the group that we've had together, we've been through a lot. We've been through heartbreak, we've been through last-second shots, we've been through championships, we've been to the highest of highs, and we've also been through some tough times together. And I think there was a lot of adversity, but throughout the year we continue to battle and keep kind of positioning ourselves to give ourselves a chance. And you know, sometimes I think people know that there's a lot of things that go on outside of just athletics and school, and there's life that happens too. And factoring that in, it can be tough to battle through adversity on and off the floor. And the group of guys that finished the year, I thought they did a heck of a job of sticking together and never giving up. Finishing first in the North for the 5th straight season. We had 2 first-team All-Conference All-Star in Keenan Miller and Omichi Williams. And once again, we had the Player of the Year in the North who, I thought last year maybe got overlooked for some of the things that they did with our team. But towards the end of the year, you can see it trending when he was the MVP of the national tournament to being named All-Canadian, and Keenan Miller and Player of the Year in the North. To the guys, it was a long year, and like I said before, how hard we practice, how hard we work, and the amount of time and effort that we put in, it's not easy. I respect you guys for never giving up and never quitting, and to each and every one of you, I thank you. I think we were down and out a few different times. Down double digits, down 17 in the first playoff game against Lethbridge, but we never panicked. We never quit. We never wavered. And guys found a way to come back, down 11 in the 4th quarter, to make an incredible 20-0 run in 3 minutes and to save our season. And that's all we try to do, is continue to fight another day. And I think one of the most memorable games I coached was the St. Mary's game in the semifinal. Our good friends down in Calgary, who thought they had it all figured out, but they ran into a group of guys that have been together and knew how to do it and never quit. And, to win that game was special under the circumstances that we had, and that game will always be there, and it allowed us to get back to the national tournament. Playing in the final, you got to give hats off to Briarcrest. They were a very good team. They played extremely well. And I think we got a little taste of our own medicine in terms of having that hometown support last year and winning the title here. I don't think I've been told I was bald so many times in a game in my life. My mom was there and was appalled, but the hockey team, I thought they were nothing but respectful, and they were cheering on their team, and I don't think that had any effect on the outcome. They played well, and we just didn't play the game that we wanted to that night, and all credit to them. So for us, I thought it was a very successful season. It's tough when you have awards on a team like ours, when there's so many people that are talented and mean so much to the team. Each guy could get an award, and we could stand here all night and talk about each and every one of them, but that's not what it is. I mean, sometimes this is the way it goes in that sports. Rookie of the Year, a guy that's kind of put in time, was a redshirt for us last year, has a lot of talent, and it's slowly showing the signs of understanding what it takes if you're going to take that next step. And you can only play 5 players at once on a basketball court, so you really got to earn, and you really got to take somebody else's minutes. But he's slowly getting there and slowly buying in, and we're excited for his future. Shaq, Jammer. They're correct, no mid-ranges, straight threes, please. Pride in the pack. This is a tough one. We have lots of guys that leave their heart and soul on the floor. I mean, I think if you watch us play, you can see numerous guys that leave it out there every single night. The list could go on. But I think that's what comes with championship-style basketball. You have to play that way. This guy, obviously, has been a staple for us. He had a tough start to the year in terms of nagging injuries, but continued to battle through and play through it. Always in the right spot, always plays the right way. You never know if he's going to have 30 and hit 8 threes, or like the last game of the year, he almost had a quadruple-double with steals, rebounds, assists, and points. he is the leading scorer in the history of Canada basketball. Omichi Williams. Next up, I think if you watched this year, you saw the guy that kind of was the most consistent, who always produced and produced at big times. Someone that has, from his first year here when he first came in his first semester, he wasn't starting for us, he was coming off the bench, but a testament to his hard work where, I think there's people sometimes that wonder why not me, and you feel sorry for yourself. He just put in the work, and eventually it's just undeniable that he had to be on the floor. He's always guarding the other team's best player. I think, the job he did in the St. Mary's game, combined with Keenan Caribou, to lock up the number 1 and number 3 scorer in the history of the ACAC, is a testament to how smart of a player he is and how much responsibility you have to be the team's leading scorer and one of their best defenders. 50% from the field, almost 48 from three-point line, and one of the leading scorers on the team. He's the most efficient player in the league. Our MVP this year is Keenan Miller. Yeah, let's go, boys. Yeah, just lastly, like I said, with our team, I just want to thank them again. When you've been through some of the things that we've been through on and off the floor as a team, we definitely are a family. There's ups and downs, there's highs and lows, and I think we're going to try to be back one more time and see what we can do next year. So thank you to all the players again for all their effort this year. Next up, women's volleyball. Coach Tommy Sloan.
All right, right on. First, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Chard Métis Dene. They've been with us for the last couple of years, and they've been an incredible sponsor, Christmas gifts and all the like for our team in the past. So, big, huge shout out to them. I'd also like to thank my assistant coaches. Tennille is here, and Nicole, who is not here tonight, but they, yeah. They're incredibly busy people, but they put in so much time for us and do so much work behind the scenes that our team's success is impossible without them. A little bit about our season. We had 12 new players this year, and it was a big one. We weren't sure what we were in for in that sense, where we had to really do a lot of kind of new things. Our focus this year was on growth and creating a new identity and almost a full reset of how we wanted to be as a team, what we wanted our program to look like, what we wanted our program to represent. we ended up with an incredible group of people. When I went out to look for those new players, I put a priority on people who were going to be good teammates first, on people who were going to be really competitive, and then we said we'd figure, you got to be able to play volleyball, but we'd figure out on making you better at volleyball afterwards, but we wanted to make sure that the culture was set properly at the start. And we saw that pay off quickly this year. Our practices were incredibly competitive. We were able to play 6-on-6 in a way that I don't think I've been a part of many teams that have been able to do. Our depth was incredible, and we started the year with some incredibly significant wins. I think my favorite, I'm not sure if I speak for everyone on our team, but that reverse sweep down in Red Deer might go down as one of our favorite wins that we've had in a long time. We were able to parlay that into the best first semester in Keyano College women's volleyball history. We were nationally ranked for 9 straight weeks. We got up to 5th. That's the first time that our program's ever been in the top 5 in the country. So those are, to me, really, really big steps in the right direction for our program, and I'm really, really excited to see where we go from there. I'm proud of the whole group, what we've done this year. I'm really excited for what we will continue to do as we move into the future. You guys are incredible. I've said it to you guys before, you're always the best part of my day. And I just look forward to the work we're going to put in as we move forward with our goals of getting to the top of the podium. Our Rookie of the Year this year. This was a year we had 10 rookies on the team, which is a lot, half our team in their first year of post-secondary volleyball. And they were working hard to balance their own expectations and the pressure of being post-secondary students for the first time. They put a lot of pressure on themselves. We got those competitors that we wanted, and with that comes high expectations that are set on themselves, and we continue to work on that. However, this group of young players has revitalized the energy of our team. If you watched us play and you watched some of the bench energy that we had this year, and a lot of that was guided by a lot of our rookies, and if you see them in the halls, they are a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, a lot of chatter. I love what they bring in that sense. Our Rookie of the Year this year was called upon much earlier than expected due to an early season injury, being asked to step into the starting lineup in her first ever college game. I think it scared the crap out of her for a little bit. Once that settled down, she helped us to a 3-0 start of the season, including those two wins against Nate and then a win on the road against Olds. After that 3-0 start, she continued to grow as a player and as a person, competing every day in practice and being a catalyst to the energy that was brought to our matches. This was capped off by an exceptional performance and a Player of the Game award in our final match of the year. She went in and it was incredible. It was really cool. It was cool for her parents to see it as well on the web stream. I am thrilled to give our Rookie of the Year this year to Peyton Hollinger. Our Pride in the Pack this year. This year we instituted a couple team awards on a weekly basis in our own locker room to recognize both great performances but also players who demonstrated qualities that aligned with the culture goals that we were working to establish. Over the course of the year, this allowed us to recognize a whole bunch of different players for the work they did on a daily basis, whether that was just really hard work in practice, filling in different roles, overcoming adversity, just all sorts of different little things that are key to making a team be successful. And this Pride in the Pack award, I think, is a culmination of those things that we're trying to promote with that weekly award. Our winner of that award this year not only took on a much bigger role in the court, but also stepped up off the court, being someone her teammates trusted when they needed to talk to somebody or when we needed to resolve conflict. She was incredible at maintaining neutral positions in those situations and gaining the respect of her teammates. Her personal growth was incredibly notable as well. She embraced becoming more of a vocal leader. She challenged herself to be vulnerable and trusting when she was facing adversity and needed to kind of work her way through some challenges. and she pushed herself to get better every single day. She's a little quieter when you first get to meet her, but don't be fooled by that. She's a crazy competitor, wants to win every single day, wants to work her butt off constantly. On top of that, she maintained a 3.8 GPA in the classroom, which is pretty cool and a really, really challenging program. And I look forward to seeing the leader that she grows into. And so this year, our Pride in the Pack winner is Drew Jacobson. All right, Player of the Year. So I'll start with a little anecdote here. I've been lucky enough to know CJ Phillips since I was 12 years old. He was my first basketball coach back in junior high.
18-1, Tommy. You're 18-1. Who's that one?
I believe it. Yeah, I think our one, as much as I hate to admit it, I think our one was to Keegan's team. Reason I bring this up, one of the first lessons, the lesson I still remember the most, and I remember being in the gym and listening to this right out of the gate, was we needed to be able to make layups with our offhand. It was, if you're right-handed, you got to be able to make layups with your left hand. Why? Because you got to be a well-rounded player. I remember that message because I think that can be taken into life, and the idea of doing what you can to be a well-rounded person is incredibly important. And our Player of the Year this year is maybe one of the most well-rounded people I have ever had the pleasure of knowing. She's our captain, she's our through line from the past to the present. She is, in many ways, our heart and soul. She needs no introduction, but I do think she needs to be celebrated. She's the face of the program. She speaks on our behalf at donors' dinners, and she's on the Jumbotron, and she's on the posters, and she's really embraced that role of being the face of our program. And in a year where we had 12 new athletes and an urgent need to reestablish our identity, she stepped to the plate as our captain and did a better job than I think she'll ever realize. She navigated some self-doubt that she felt stepping into that captaincy, being asked, hey, am I doing a good enough job? Is everything, am I doing it well? And of course, like, better than she could ever imagine. Rising to the occasion every single time, earning the respect of her teammates, her coaches, and I think to a larger degree, the department and the school as a whole. On the court, she's our program's all-time leader in kills and in points. And it's not bad for an undersized left side who wasn't quite sure where she was going to end up after high school. I'm sure some of you can attest to her growth over the entire 5 years that she spent at Keyano. I've had the pleasure of knowing her for the last 2. And I can say that her commitment, work ethic, and desire to succeed speak for themselves. My favorite athletes are ones that push me to be better, that don't just kind of accept everything, that are willing to speak their mind, and when you ask them for their opinions, they will give them to you, and they do it because they want the group and the whole program to succeed. This athlete does that beyond belief, and it allowed our relationship to grow in honesty and in trust. As much as I'd love to come back, if this really is the end for you, I want you to know that you've left this program in a much better place than you found it. I truly hope that we've done the same for you. Our athlete of the year our player of the year this year, is Carly Kaminsky. Thanks so much, everyone.
After that speech, I think Carlene's probably ready to sign up for one more year, no? Keegan Kerr, men's volleyball.
All right, I'm going to throw around a bunch of thank yous just because I know we're all pretty hungry here. So, first off, I'd like to congratulate everyone in the room. Obviously, it's pretty special being a local kid from Fort McMurray to see all the success that this program is having, and I'm at my Keyano College. Special thanks, obviously, Sandra and your team, our assistant coach Cam, who wasn't able to be here, Matt White. Robert, Chris and Heather took care of us. And last but not least, a big shout out to our clack sponsor. He wasn't able to be here today, but I'm sure I'll see Jason on the golf course, so I look forward to that. Obviously this year was an interesting year to say the least. The journey was amazing. It was a fun ride. I enjoyed, it's definitely one of my most enjoyable years, if not the best year. We had 5 All-Stars this year. We had, and obviously we had a bunch of 5th years that came here. We were extremely deep, and we had some tough luck along the way. And obviously we know, some of you know or not, Jal's not with us today, obviously. So shout out to him as well. I wish him all the best, and I hope he gets what he needs out of pro, and that'll be cool to watch him go to the next level. Anyways, let's get to our awards. So first off is our Rookie of the Year. Okay, this individual rolled into practice every single day, rolled into every single game with quiet confidence, showed up, never complained, never really said too much. We'll be very sad as he's decided to obviously not come back. But Carter, come on up, buddy. All right, pride in the pack and MVP. As I mentioned, we were a very deep team this year. This award could go to kind of anyone on our roster. I appreciate all the hard work and dedication that you guys gave to us this year. So I'm forever thankful to you guys and the work that you put in. But the pride in the pack. This player always put others first. He was always willing to meet up for a steep tee. Or to help out the entire athletics department as he's trying to do right now by getting a all-star event going on. He thinks he can play basketball and soccer or something like that. He shined coming here, going back-to-back all-star awards, 2 bronze medals, 1 silver, and countless dedication to the program, having long chats with me over many of the years. He finished his career with 500 digs, and I wish him all the best in whatever comes next. So Anderson King, come on up. All right, to our MVP. Like I said, as mentioned, this award could go to a lot of guys on the team. So this was a really tough decision for me, but this player maybe didn't get as enough love as maybe he deserved. He's definitely one of the most interesting people I've ever met in my entire life. We shared many heated debates, many disagreements, and we even shed a few tears, though, according to him, they don't count. He only cries in the shower. Since his arrival, he's dominated in the middle, becoming the best blocker in the ACAC, earning All-Canadian twice. His contributions have led us to also 2 bronze and 1 silver. He finished his career with an impressive 1,000 points in the ACAC. Atus, please come on up.
Beer all night.
Deuce has been asking me for a hug all week. I don't know why.
Really? It's all right. It's friendship.
That's right. Okay, we're on to our major awards, the Huskies Athletic Department. First up, we're going to do the Brent Butt Memorial Award. The Brent Butt Memorial Award is presented to an individual who has overcome adversity in their life and who possesses all the positive qualities and attributes of a well-rounded Husky. This athlete can maintain a respectable GPA, dedicates time each day to their sport, commits countless hours to the community, and show characters throughout their time as a Huskies athlete. They also continue to represent the Husky brand even when they're at the end of the road. This one, obviously, for me, it's just a player of ours that's been here for 2 years. Will be graduating this year and moving on. Always has a smile on his face. You know, one of the first people to talk to, kind of lights up a room every time he's there. And then combined with what he's doing on the court and about to finish in the classroom, our Brent Butt Memorial Award recipient is Nashawn Hurst. Next up is our Husky Booster Club Ambassador Award. This award is presented to an individual who has offered major contribution towards the overall success of Huskies athletics. They have shown outstanding displays of character and Huskies pride through role modeling and giving their time to Keyano College teams. This one, I mean, sometimes it's a little bit of an unsung hero and maybe you don't know or see. This person behind the scenes, sometimes, you know, if we need to get a bus all of a sudden last minute and we're going to nationals with soccer last year, or if it's to pay for our wonderful Huskies athletics or help with the Huskies Athletics Olympics and other sort of events that we have at the college. But our recipient this year, and maybe I'll get Heather to come up, Boyd Rumble will be our recipient of the Huskies Award this year. And for people that don't know, Boyd is the head of our booster club, our president of our booster club. And He does a lot behind the scenes, and to run a booster club, between the governance and the paperwork and all those sorts of things, he has been a staple for us for very many years, and it is a great pleasure to offer him this award this year. Boyd's on vacation in Florida right now, so that's why I dragged Heather up here to accept that. Show love for their sport, as well as being dedicated and committed to athletics. They are positive, passionate, and kind to others, and have an optimistic outlook on life. The female recipient of the 2024-25 Zara and Bridget Chambers Memorial Award is Rafida Khalil. And our male recipient, Jacob Marshall. This time, as you can see around the room, it's kind of a tradition of the end of the road canvases that we've had at Huskies Athletics. You can see everybody who his journey is done, or maybe they started their journey with us late in their career, but it's kind of a tradition that we've started, and it's nice to take around and take a look at all the wonderful kind of moments that are captured. And when the awards night is done, you can grab yours with your picture on it and take it out of here. But we have a few end of the roads this year that we want to acknowledge, and we'll get everybody up here for a picture. Maya Bessick, Arlene Singh, Anka Weinberg, Ala Taylor, Nikolai Zhurekovich, Eric Key, Preston Ewell, Atus Silva, Anderson King, Cameron Calhoun, Carleen Kaminsky, Megan Patterson, Cleason Anklin, Ben Odd, Nikita Kundrum, Alan Sofo, Rashawn Hurst, and Yasser Abdullahi. Oh, and Nat O. Okay. Chloe Weber, Jacob Marcel, and who else? What? Tate Gager. My apologies.
If you're short, choose you're going to be in the bottom. Jeremy. Okay, everyone looking here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys.
Next up, I'd like to call up Jonathan Lambert to help with the presentation of our other tradition. If you're wondering how you get a jacket, you must play all 5 years at Keyano College to be presented this jacket. This year, we'd like to recognize for all their contribution and effort to the program for putting in 5 years with Huskies Athletics. First off, from women's soccer, Natalie O. Now, I was bugging her today because I said, I think you've been here longer than 5 years, so I don't know if it's overdue, but definitely a long time coming, Maya Bessick. Next up, men's soccer, Jacob Marshall. Men's volleyball, Anderson King. Not with us tonight, but did receive his jacket, was Jao Kuna. Next up, men's volleyball, Preston Ewell. Last but not least, men's volleyball, Atu Silva.
Give some of the guys on the standing on top of the back. Juice in the middle. Preston outside. Andy, could you up in the middle here? And Mike, can you get in the middle and get Andy on? Switch his hands.
Next up, we have our last 2 awards of the evening. We have our Huskies Female Athlete of the Year. The Huskies Female Athlete of the Year award goes to an outstanding female athlete who displays excellence both on and off the court, or pitch in academics, attendance, athletic performance, leadership, desire, coachability, teamwork, sportsmanship, and overall Huskies pride. This athlete inspires others to strive for excellence, displays perseverance, heart, and love for the sport. The recipient of the 2024-25 Female Athlete of the Year Award goes to, from women's soccer, Harleen Singh. Male Athlete of the Year, same male athlete who displays excellence both on and off the court in academics, attendance, athletic performance, leadership, desire, coachability, teamwork, sportsmanship, and overall Huskies pride. This athlete inspires others to strive for excellence, displays perseverance, heart, and love of the sport. I like this one. Well deserved. It's been here a long time. 2024-25 athlete, male athlete of the year at 2 Silver. You know, first off, I think in closing, we just wanted to keep this under 4 hours like last year, so I think we did a good job of that, if anybody remembers. Just some final thank yous, obviously. Dr. Sandrifu, thank you for your team and all your support. We appreciate